Here's Storm Team 10.
Good morning, everyone. It's a stormy morning across the area. Rain chances high this morning, around 70 to 80%. Most of the rain will be falling again before the noon hour, and then rain becoming a little more scattered later on this afternoon. Of course, Storm Team 10 is on the job, and we'll be looking at that through the next few minutes. Passe Partout on this Sunday morning starts right now.
Right now, amid gun violence across Acadiana, parents have lost their children come together to share their healing journey. Plus, an Abbeville man uses his tragedy to send a positive message. And then a Louisiana lawmaker voicing his concerns about a proposed bill that would allow teachers to carry a gun right there in the classroom.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is Passe Partout.
Once again, good morning to you, and I thank you for joining us on this Sunday morning. I'm Renee Allen. In Lafayette, a man is dead from an early morning shooting, and that happened yesterday. It happened around 1 a.m. on Patterson Street. The Lafayette Police Department says officers found 29-year-old Ian Boutin of Lafayette with gunshot wounds. He was taken to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. If you have any information, you are being urged to contact authorities immediately. Mothers and fathers who have tragically lost their children came together in Lafayette yesterday to each share their healing journeys. And News 10's Kai Price explains how the event is helping parents cope with grief.
Parents gathered here to receive guidance and love as they continue to go through the pain of losing a child. Those in attendance were each given a chance to tell their stories of how they've dealt with the loss of their kids. In return, life coach and motivational speaker Deborah Savoy shared words of wisdom with everyone on how they can begin their healing journey. She says it feels great to see those parents express themselves.
They're taking the time out to come and express how they're feeling and what they're feeling. And one of the things that I love about it is that the parents are not afraid to say that I've been hurt, I've been wounded.
Emily Granger lost two of her sons, Overton and Dimitri, in 2021, just a little over 2 months apart. She says she attended the program to help someone else who is coping with a loss.
I want to come out to help someone else, that's dealing with a loss of a kid, so that way they will be able to, continue living.
While her sons are no longer here, Granger says she is grateful to know they each lived life to the fullest.
My boys live some beautiful lives. I truly can't thank God enough for what he have done, for me. If your babies have lived a beautiful life, you have every reason to be joyful.
Savoy says she looks forward to hosting more events like these that shows love to those who need it most. In Lafayette, Kai Price, KLFY, News 10.
Then a Karen Crow mother is outraged because she says the juvenile suspects in her son's murder have been released on bond and are now on house arrest after a judge lowered their bond. And in her eyes, this just isn't justice. According to Karen Crow police, a 20-year-old Shay O'Shea Bro was gunned down, and this was on January 2nd.
How could y'all let a murderer go? How can you let these guys go, knowing they killed my son in my yard? I was in shock when I seen my child bleeding to death.
O'Shea Bro's mother, Michelle, says her son had just gone outside to throw a plate away in the trash. A vehicle pulled up near the driveway. Suspects inside began shooting.
I seen the shots three times, and he fell right where that white spot is. They shot him 3 times in the neck. They hit the main artery.
Michelle says her son died in the driveway of their home.
And y'all could just let him out on house arrest? $150,000 bond?
She's now fighting another battle with the justice system. At a court hearing for one of the juveniles last week, Michelle says a judge let them bond out on the condition they stay on house arrest. She says she learned from authorities the other 3 juveniles arrested got the same deal.
He can't come home. He's laying in a graveyard while they're at home, being with their family. House arrests do not stop those kids from doing what they want to do. If they done killed before, they're going to kill with it on. What's going to stop those kids?
She says this is not justice. Justice to her would be placing the juveniles back in juvenile detention and having them charged as adults for her son's murder.
I just want justice. I want my baby to rest in peace. In peace. Give me justice, please.
That was Britt LaFossa right there reporting. In Scott we go, where a lightning strike is believed to be the cause of a fire that completely destroyed a home. It happened on Perry Oak Drive a little before 9 p.m. Friday evening. When firefighters arrived, we're told they found smoke coming from that home and found a heavy fire in the attic. Now, it took just under an hour, can you believe that, for firefighters to bring these flames under control. The investigation, we're told, is still ongoing, but officials believe lightning struck the home and caused this fire. No one was injured, but the home, we're told, is completely a loss. A new bill was proposed at the Louisiana State Capitol that would allow teachers to have firearms in classrooms. This proposed law, called HB 721, reads that teachers would have the option to carry weapons on school campuses. Here's News 10's Kai Price with a state representative who says he's against it.
My very first initial thought was very negative. I definitely don't want to see something like that ever happen.
According to Bill HB 721, this law would allow certified teachers or administrators to carry concealed firearms in classrooms and school campuses. The proposed law has gained some backlash due to its dangerous nature. Chassaw says the thought of teachers having guns in classrooms terrifies him.
The thought, man, of a gun in my 13-year-old son's class, in my 5-year-old daughter's class, in any of the 33,000 students that we have in Lafayette Parish School System, or privately, it just scares me.
Chasson says he sees this proposed law as an obstacle for education in Louisiana.
I just see it as a hurdle in the way of education. It's so many different pitfalls.
As the Louisiana State Representatives and House head back into session tomorrow, Chasson says he hopes that this law does not pass.
There's so many worries about this situation. I just hope and pray that it doesn't come to fruition, that this thing passes and guns are allowed in classrooms.
So the regular session will resume tomorrow. An Abbeville native man is turning his tragedy into something positive. About 5 years ago, 29-year-old Travis Davison was in a car wreck and became paralyzed. News 10's Rodrika Taylor spoke with the artist, who is not letting his disability stop him from chasing his dreams. This is a story you'll see only on News 10.
Travis Davison says his car wreck in 2019 changed his life forever. He did not know it was only shaping him for the life he desired with his musical passion.
I was in the sky and I remember thinking about, like, man, I'm about to die like this and I'm not even about to see my little boy. And it was scary, like I wasn't ready to go.
The day was June 21, 2019, when Davison got into a wreck in Abbeville after trying to pass a tractor.
The car accident caused him to have a spinal cord injury where he wasn't able to move his hands, move his legs. He was dependent upon a wheelchair. He's dependent upon people to help him transfer.
Dr. Lisa Winzo says meeting Davison and watching him begin to regain movement in his body has been remarkable.
I think one of the key things is realizing that there is life after traumatic injuries or tragic injuries such as this, and that you don't have to stop living in hopes of a recovery. You can still live your life while you're still trying to get as independent as possible.
Davison tells News 10 a week before the wreck, he was leaving behind a lifestyle of drugs and crime.
That was glorified. Like, I looked up to that. I wanted all that. And plus just the power that came with that.
However, as his mindset changed to leave the streets behind,
I pray to send your love and everything that you got to offer God.
His love for music stayed the same.
I just try to inspire. I'm just so grateful, like, for everything like I've been given, especially another chance at life, a second opportunity, and to make things better.
Davison says he continues to have a caretaker, goes to therapy session, and focus on his music career. You can find more information about his journey on our website at KLFY.com. Rodrika Taylor, KLFY News 10.
Now to Trevor Sonier over in the Weather Center, and a bit of a change. Are we still seeing that lightning strikes?
Yeah, that's why I have our Sky 10 network pulled up now. So let's take graphics full, and we'll give it a couple of seconds and see if we see some lightning. So the top left, that's actually downtown Lafayette. Top right, that's Ambassador. Bottom left, that's New Iberia. And then the bottom right there, that's Evangeline Downs. I've been seeing some lightning periodically, especially looking down to the south. Of course, when you're on air, it never happens, right? But looks like we will continue to see that heavier storm action through the morning hours. Let's zoom in on some of these storms. The heaviest storm action is definitely south of I-10 across coastal parishes, and I think that will be the trend through the day. But just to the southwest of Abbeville, a storm producing some lightning. Some of these storms could produce some small hail as well. Jeanerette, you're seeing a heavier storm moving towards Franklin and crossing Highway 90 there, and then near Morris Island, this heavier storm action working off to the north. And then we actually still have that severe thunderstorm warning. This storm looked like it was producing some quarter-sized hail across St. Mary Parish about 30 minutes ago. It has weakened, but it continues to move towards Highway 90 and Morgan City in the Patterson area now. And then we have heavier action that still remains off to the west. Maybe some gusty winds with this, a lot of clouds around lightning, but most of this, it looks like, may miss us to the south. Most of this will actually stay offshore, but we'll have to watch this area near Sabine Pass moving into Cameron Parish and mainly working off to the east-northeast, so it may clip our coastal parishes, Vermilion and Iberia, down the road. So we'll have to watch for that possibility. These storms, again, could produce some small hail and some gusty winds, and of course torrential downpours and a lot of lightning through the next few hours. Most of the rainfall for today will fall before the noon hour. I think rain becomes a little more scattered later on this afternoon. Upper 60s for now, 68 in Lafayette, 68 in New Iberia, and temperatures really not changing much, getting into the lower 70s maybe this afternoon, but that would be about it. Of course, we have a lot of cloud cover, so we really won't see a ton of sunshine today. Future radar shows the rainfall continuing to move through, and then mainly just scattered activity later on this afternoon. So highest rain chances will definitely be now and continuing through the next few hours. Monday and Tuesday will be clearing out with drier air moving in from the north. So a level 1 risk of severe weather along and south of I-10, mainly for those threats of hail and some gusty winds in some of these storms. Again, most of that will be right near the immediate coast and offshore. That's where the greater instability lies. And we do have a slight risk of some excessive rainfall as well. We could see 1 to 3 inches across the area. These storms will be dumping anywhere from 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rainfall per hour, and we could see multiple storms in multiple locations. So some isolated areas could pick up 3 to maybe even 3.5 inches of rainfall. It wouldn't surprise me in this type of setup. 60s for now, maybe rising into the upper 60s to lower 70s later on this afternoon. Lower 50s for tonight. And for tomorrow, much cooler with highs only in the 60s. North winds at around 5 to 10 early in the day, but the north winds really intensify for tomorrow, getting into the 10 to 20 mile per hour range. Here's our upper level feature. This will finally push down to the south, and it will drive a front through the area. But the same upper level low that's been giving us all this storm action, it actually won't give up entirely. This trough will win out temporarily, clearing us out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then this trough weakens and moves. And notice the same upper level feature begins to retreat back to the east, and it could actually be responsible for our next rain chance, which will be on Thursday. 72-year high today, storms likely, heavy rainfall possible, 80% chance for storms, a light and variable wind early in the day, but turning northerly later on today. 65 for tomorrow, a chilly start Tuesday. We could hit the upper 30s to lower 40s across the area, lower 60s Tuesday afternoon. Upper 60s Wednesday, and then our next storm chance comes in on Thursday at 60%.
All right, we thank you very much for that, Trevor. And remember, you can always log onto our website. That's klfy.com. If you want to check out some of the stories that you see this morning, or even Trevor's weather